Hi, welcome to Eating Plebian. This is kind of an insider's edition. No, I don't actually have a spatula in my hand right at the moment, but that's all right. A lot of things going on behind the scenes, and I'm probably going to take a little bit of extra time over the course of the next two or three videos. I've changed up from what was basically a default video editor that comes with the operating system of my computer to DaVinci Resolve. I've never used DaVinci Resolve. Used to be pretty good at Adobe Premiere Pro for some years, and I think that's going to translate over pretty easily, except for the fact that you know how applications they like to swap the locations of things all around, and any new manufacturer or software vendor they like to also make things modular, and so they'll put audio mixers and things like that in different places, and you got to scope them out. So it's very possible that a lot of things are going to end up coming out in the middle of the night. Um, that's all right. I'm going to be up anyway. Just a quick, hey, you know, if there's something that you want me to make, or there's some culinary skill that you want me to see if I can emulate or to show you, I'd be happy to do that. Leave a comment either on the YouTube app or on the website, and I will seriously look into it. Well, it's been about a little over 3 months since I've started this project with Eating Plebian, and one of the things that I think is most surprising, or actually, no, it's not surprising at all, that eventually you start wondering what it is that you're going to make, because you start these things off, if you have a cooking show, basically, as to, well, yeah, I know what I'm going to make for a while. Well, after about 3 months, you start wondering, what else it is that you can, lay out there, and things that will be interesting to people, because no one wants to see me make pancakes or just fry an egg or the things that probably two-thirds of our meals that we make at home consist of. So uh, another thing that I found out is that meals that turn out brown because they're supposed to be, they just don't photograph well, and no one ever looks into them. And so I can see why Mediterranean foods and brightly colored stuff and pasta, whatever, those are the things right there that really get the views because the thumbnails look nice, and the recommended bar and all the rest. Interestingly, I've discovered over this period of time that most of my visitors are using the television and using internet connected television apps and things like that to actually view my content, which is surprising to me. I mean, it's not bad by any means. It was just something that I didn't expect, and so I'm having to look at having to increase my camera resolution to 4K in order to fit those formats, and so I'm, maybe wondering if whether or not I need to go and, buy another camera. I'm using an old Samsung Galaxy S20 for everything that I've done. At your front door. You can tell this is impromptu because I got notification sounds and stuff going off everywhere. But that's what it is. So there's that. Do I need to buy a camera? DSLR, for 4K video. Um, I'm also have been concerned for a long time about the audio quality. I'm using like a $29 um, right off of Amazon lavalier wireless mic, and I guess it's worked okay so far. But it sounds to me like I'm losing a lot of the top end, and it feels like I'm talking like I've got a teddy bear shoved in my mouth. So, you know, and maybe I'm focusing on the wrong things. I don't know, but I want to see what I can do to take care of the biggest issues that I have, especially before starting to shove major money into it if it's not required. Who wants to do that in this economy? And that's half the reason that I'm doing it is because the money that somebody made maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago and hasn't been given a substantial raise up until that point, is not paying for everything these days. And so, I mean, so many of us are in that boat right now. Um, Anyhow, I'm going to be coming up with a few more recipes. I've got some seafood stew that I'm going to be looking for and looking for to make, and I'm going to be uh, doing some things with some sandwiches that are not quite expected. But anyhow, so far I've really loved this experiment of eating plebeian, and I'm really glad to have so many of you out there and following along with me. I'm just a guy, I'm an IT nerd, have been for a very, very long period of time. So the technology doesn't bother me at all. But being out in front of people and talking with my normal halting narrative, as I'm sure you're all painfully aware, that's just my normal speaking style because I usually have like 7 things running through my head all at the same time, and it kind of interrupts my verbal flow. But thanks a lot for following me so far. It has absolutely been great, and I will catch you next time.